Hi, my name is Doug Mueller. In this video, what I'd like to talk to you about is filling the absorber material into the absorber canisters. We have this canister for the large animal, and then we have this canister for the small animal. So this is simply just unscrewing it, dropping it out, and then you can pour the material in here and probably fill it up to about here. And just center this. This white piece has to be centered in the bottom here. Otherwise it won't go in all the way. And you know you have it up against the gasket and sealed when this mallard comes to the same position as when you took it off. Okay. And then this one, a little bit different. We unscrew this to take the lid off. Make sure that doesn't fall on the ground. Okay, so what we've provided in here is a cap to cover the center hole, because that's where your rod goes down. You don't want to get the absorber material in there, or you won't be able to tighten the canister down without actually taking it apart and blowing all the material out of there. So it's very important you don't get anything there. That's what this cap is for. So when you're pouring the material in here, there's that cap to prevent that from happening. You also don't want to get absorber material down in here, because it'll go down into the block. If you get a little bit in there, like, shouldn't be a problem, but you probably should take this off and clean it out before you do any cases. It does have a fill line. Some of them have the fill line here, but the most important fill line is that you don't go past this red line. If you do, you could end up getting absorber material down into the absorber. So that's one of the cautions that I would say on that. Once you get it filled, this comes off, of course, and you can put the top back on. In talking to some of our customers, they said they usually get, I believe, about 2 cases. They're able to do 2 different cases with the absorber material, usually like 4 hours long, before the absorber material changes color and it has to be changed out. So that's about it. The important thing is just to make sure that when you're dealing with the absorber material, you don't get it underneath the gaskets or underneath this. In fact, I'm going to show you one more thing. So it's very important if you take this and set it down on a table or something, it's very important that you don't scratch the bottom of this surface or gouge it in any way. So you want to be very careful with it. And you want to make sure that your absorber material doesn't end up on the gaskets. If it does, you have to clean it off, because it will actually cause it to not have a good seal. So it's very important to keep everything very clean, not get the absorber material on the gaskets, and then when you go put it back together, you shouldn't have any problems with any leaks. But if you get any kind of debris or absorber material on those gaskets, you will have a leak. So it's very important to make sure those are clean before you put it back together. And then you can tighten it down. The other important thing too is in cleaning, if you ever do any cleaning on this material here or this material, you cannot use alcohol. It will create surface cracks all over the plexiglass. So you have to use some kind of soap or dish detergent that does not have any alcohol in it. There are special sprays that are specifically for cleaning plexiglass that you can use, but you do not want to use alcohol. That's very important to keep that in mind. We do give you that warning in the manual not to use alcohol on this plexiglass surfaces. And so I think that's about it.